Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, you picked one wild day to show up. I'm host Naeem, and today we are diving deep into one of the most bizarre, most viral, and honestly most revealing news stories of the past 2 weeks. A story that involves a sitting world leader, a cup of coffee, a so-called six finger, and a misinformation wave so large it crashed across literally every social media platform on earth. We're talking, of course, about the rumors. And let me be extremely clear right up front. These are unverified rumors debunked by multiple independent fact checkers that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had been killed in an Iranian missile or drone strike. He wasn't. He's alive, and he proved it in the most unexpected, frankly, kind of hilarious way. But the how and why this story exploded the way it did, that's what we really need to dig into today, because it tells us a lot about the information environment we're all living in right now. So settle in. This one's going to be thorough, because this story deserves to be told properly. Let's go. To understand why these rumors spread with the speed and ferocity that they did, we have to understand the geopolitical context because, without question, the backdrop here is one of the most tense and volatile moments in the Middle East in decades. On February 28, 2026, according to multiple widely reported sources, the United States and Israel conducted coordinated strikes on Iran. Those strikes, by numerous accounts, resulted in the death of Iran's longtime supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who had held power for nearly 4 decades. His son, Mojtaba Khamenei, subsequently took over as Iran's new supreme leader. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, in response, stated that the country's military would continue to search for Netanyahu, pledging to assassinate the Israeli leader. So let's be honest about the atmosphere here. When you have one country pledging to assassinate the leader of another country in public, on the record, and when that region is experiencing active strikes and retaliatory attacks, it becomes very easy for rumors to take root. People are scared. People are paying attention. And in that environment, unverified information travels fast. The conflict involving Israel, the United States, and Iran had recently escalated following joint Israeli and U.S. strikes that reportedly resulted in the death of former Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. His son, Mojtaba Khamenei, has since taken the helm as Iran's new supreme leader. In this climate of uncertainty, any unusual behavior or ambiguous footage is apt to ignite speculation. So that's the kindling. Now let's talk about the spark. The death rumor didn't emerge from thin air, and it didn't emerge from a credible journalistic source either. Let's trace it back. Iran's Tasnim news agency published a report promoting false speculation that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu may have been killed or wounded, reviving the kind of wartime rumor that has repeatedly spread online during the current Israeli conflict. The Persian language item did not present evidence of a strike on Netanyahu or any official confirmation of harm. Instead, it assembled a series of circumstantial points, including the absence of recent video clips of Netanyahu, reports in Hebrew language media about tightened security around his home, the postponement of a reported visit by Jared Kushner and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and a French readout of a call between President Emmanuel Macron and Netanyahu that did not specify the date of the conversation. Now, that's important context. Tasnim isn't a neutral news outlet. The Jerusalem Post called the rumors of Netanyahu's death a false conspiracy theory, saying, "The piece fits a familiar pattern in Iranian and pro-Iranian information warfare with real fragments of public information stitched together into a dramatic narrative, then circulated as if they point to a hidden event." Tasnim is widely described as affiliated with or close to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and the U.S. Treasury lists the outlet as linked to the IRGC. So the original story came from a source with a clear political and strategic interest in spreading doubt about Netanyahu's status. That's not an accusation, that's just the documented background of the outlet in question. But here's the thing about misinformation. It doesn't stay in one place, it mutates. And this story mutated fast. Tasnim's report also leaned on a secondhand claim attributed to former U.S. intelligence officer Scott Ritter, cited through Russian media, alleging that Iran had bombed Netanyahu's hideout and that his brother had been killed. Tasnim itself noted that the speculation had not been officially confirmed or denied. No evidence, no official confirmation, just fragments of public information assembled into a dramatic narrative. And yet, it spread to millions of people worldwide within days. Now, this is where the story takes a turn into genuinely fascinating and kind of terrifying territory. Because around the same time these death rumors were circulating, a separate but related claim started spreading that Netanyahu had been replaced by an AI-generated deep. The rumor appears to have originated from a screenshot of a recent press conference after users claimed it was a deepfake generated by artificial intelligence due to an apparent six finger visible on the Israeli PM's right hand. The six finger claims quickly gained traction, with users speculating that the Israeli leader's appearance in public was entirely fabricated. In one X clip, viewed more than 8 million times since Friday, Netanyahu is momentarily seen with 6 digits on his right hand. Additional fingers and videos have been a key tell for content generated by artificial intelligence AI, which can sometimes struggle with mapping hand movements. This prompted speculation the Israeli leader could have been incapacitated or killed. There was no additional evidence to support this. The original source of the clip appears to be an 8-minute broadcast published online by the Israeli government on Friday, 8 million views. On a clip that turned out to be a lower resolution copy of an official Israeli government broadcast, a broadcast that in its original high-quality form shows Netanyahu with a perfectly normal set of 5 fingers on each hand. Claims that Netanyahu was seen with 6 fingers on his left hand are false. The viral videos circulating on social media show blurrier footage than the live broadcast by the Israeli government. While the videos might not have been doctored, the lack of sharpness might make it appear Netanyahu's palm has an extra digit. A review of that footage shows Netanyahu with 5 fingers throughout. So, to summarize, a lower quality copy of a real video created a visual artifact, a blurring effect that, in certain frames, made it look like there might be an extra finger, and that was enough to send millions of people down a rabbit hole of deepfake speculation. And look, we should take AI detection seriously as a general matter. Deepfakes are real. They are a genuine problem for public trust and political information, but the evidence standard still matters. One ambiguous, blurry frame from a compressed video is not evidence of AI generation. Not even close. Fact checkers and AI tools debunked the 6-finger illusion as a camera angle and compression effect and confirmed Netanyahu is alive. Once those two claims were out there, the death rumor and the deepfake allegation, the internet did what the internet does. It escalated. Around the same time, posts began to circulate on X, formerly Twitter, claiming that Netanyahu had died. One viral post declared, "Heads up, everyone, at Netanyahu is dead." Official X handle of @Israeli PM just deleted this tweet. The claim was accompanied by a screenshot allegedly showing a deleted message from the official Israeli Prime Minister account. However, as fact-checking organizations like Snopes and Times of Israel quickly pointed out, no such statement exists on their account. Their only recent post was a National Security Council announcement. A